moist. Ta-da! Hello everyone, welcome to In the Kitchen with Taste Buds Angie. Today I will be showing you how to make moist, delicious carrot cake. Either you choose to bake it in the oven or you choose to make it over the gas stove, whichever works for you. I want you to be the judge. So on today's carrot cake recipe, I will be making two 6 inches pan of carrot cake. One is going to be baked in the oven and the other is going to be baked on the gas stove. We want to find out which one is going to bake quicker, which one is going to come out softer, more moist, and of course more delicious. Remember, on this show, my aim is to show you how you can recreate most of these dishes and desserts from the comfort of your own home. You don't need to have a mixer or an oven in order for you to be able to bake your cake. So today, I'm going to be showing you how to do that exactly. I will be pairing today's dessert, which is my very moist carrot cake with cream cheese frosting. I will be pairing it with a very fruity Italian white wine that can be likened to Pinot Grigio or Sauvignon Blanc. It is very fruity and it is going to pair perfectly with our dessert. I will be starting my carrot cakes by grating very fresh carrots. I need about 300 grams of finely grated carrots. Well, not finely. I want my carrots, my grated carrots to be felt in the cake. So I will be using the sides on the grater that has the bigger grains. So that way I have thicker strands of grated carrots. You do not want to use frozen carrots. You want your carrots to be fresh and crunchy. And now we are in the carrot season. So this is the best time to indulge in this moist, decadent dessert. I am making two 6 inches pan of carrot cake, and for me to achieve this, I will be using 300 grams of multi-purpose flour and 150 grams of sugar or 200 grams of sugar, as in the case today. Always remember to filter your flour before baking. Here I'm adding my 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. You can make it 1.5 teaspoon of ground cinnamon and 1.5 teaspoon of ground cloves. Remember to grate in your nutmeg, and you can also add a teaspoon of ground dried ginger. That is optional, and in today's recipe I did not include the ground dried ginger, but it gives it a nice taste. So we are done stirring the dried ingredients. It is time to mix all the wet ingredients. Last but not the least, we will be putting in 50 grams of brown sugar. Remember, the brown sugar is to add a bit of color and taste to our carrot cake. The brown sugar has this caramel taste that goes so well with it. So we'll be putting the 50 grams of brown sugar in the dry mixture and then get on with the wet mixture. We are putting 4 whole eggs into our bowl. Remember, your eggs should be at room temperature and should be fresh. Put in your half cup of cooking oil and mix. Now combine your wet ingredients with your dried ingredients and remember to put a capful of vanilla essence. It is time to heat up our cooking pot. We want to heat up our pot for about 15 minutes to get it ready for the cake batter. We're also going to be heating up our oven for about 15 minutes to get it ready for the cake batter, because we want to compare which one is going to bake perfectly well, either the carrot cake that was cooked on the gas top or the carrot cake that will be baked in the oven. Today, we are baking our carrot cake at 170 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 40 minutes. And we are also going to be cooking it on the gas stove for about 40 minutes. Remember, if you want your cake to darken a bit, just put in a teaspoon of dates molasses, and that will make your carrot cake really dark. Pour in your 300 grams of grated carrots and your chopped nuts. You can use chopped walnuts, you can use chopped unsalted groundnuts, chopped cashew nuts, whatever nuts you like or you have available in your pantry, and throw in your golden raisins. Remember, you do not want your raisins to sink to the bottom, so you should dust it off with a bit of multi-purpose flour before introducing it into your cake batter. Mix, 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 stir, 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 and it is time to pour our cake batter into our already prepared 6 inches cake pan. Remember to butter your cake pan and put the parchment paper in the base, and then weigh your cake batter. If you are baking 2 cake pan sizes and you want to be sandwiching the cakes, it is important that you get to weigh the batter on a scale. You do not want one cake to be way bigger than the other cake. So put your batter on a scale and weigh those babies. Now it is time for our cake experiment. Be careful when you are lowering your cake into the pot because your pot is hot. And then we're going to be popping in the second pan into the oven and experiment begins. Now we are 25-30 minutes gone into our baking time, and we want to see how our babies are doing. The cake in the oven seems to be doing quite well, and the cake... Both cakes. Oh, they're ready. The carrot cake that was baked in the pot, you can see that it is lighter in color. It's a bit of a light brown. And then the carrot cake that was baked in the oven is darker in color. I think this is tougher and this is way softer. Ooh, I think I'm liking the one baked in the pot. Okay, so I'm going to let this cool off for about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to flip it over and allow it to cool on a rack completely. So allow your cakes to cool in the pan for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then flip it over onto a baking rack and allow it to cool completely on a cooling rack. It is time to mix our cream cheese frosting, and in order for us to do this, we have to bring out about 250 grams of cream cheese that is cold. You don't want to whisk cream cheese that is room temperature. You want your cream cheese to be cold. Throw this into your mixer with your 60 grams of unsalted cold butter. Mix together until there is no lumps, and then introduce your icing or powdered sugar. Remember, you do not want to be covered in a cloud of dust. So pour in your icing sugar in batches and mix on low speed of 2 before turning up the speed of the mixer. And in between your sugar batches, you can put in a capful of vanilla essence for that delicious vanilla flavor. And your cream cheese frosting is ready. Now you might want to put your cream cheese frosting in the fridge if it is not too hard, because you don't want it running all over your cake. So I'm going to put it in the fridge for about 3 minutes, 5 minutes, then bring it out and do a crumb coat on my cake. Then put in my cake in the fridge for about 10 minutes and then bring it out again and put another coat of the cream cheese around it. I missed the video clip where I applied the crushed nuts all around the cake, but it's really simple. Just crush your nuts, either walnuts, almonds, groundnuts, whatever it is you have, and slap it around your already buttered or your already frosted cake. And whatever frosting is left, put it in your piping bag. Put a 1M nozzle of your choice and then just pipe around the cake. It is time to open. And I'm doing so with my Moscato wine. Oh. Ooh. I like that sound. Now it is time for me to do my test taste. The nuts kind of complement the carrots and the cake. The best frosting for your carrot cake is cream cheese frosting. Guys, you all need to try this. Oh my goodness. Now it is time to try it with wine. The best kind of white wine to have with your dessert is a fruity kind of white wine, because the flavors of the fruit kind of blends with the flavor of the carrots, and it just pairs into this lovely marriage. So thank you guys for watching, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, it is youtube.com/tastebudsng. And until I come your way again, keep cooking, keep baking, and keep living the good life. And for those of you that want to try out this recipe, then let me know in the comment section how yours turned out and what are the ingredients that you would like to combine in your carrot cake. For me today, I put in some nuts and some golden raisins. So you tell me in the comment section what you like to put in your carrot cake. Bye-bye.